there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Kenya Moore hair care, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anything I say is alleged and in my personal opinion. Nothing is personal. This is for entertainment purposes only and all the things. So as you guys know, Kenya Moore is in the news, is trending because she went on TAMRON Hall the other day, months after the Revenge P incident that took place while she was filming for the Sweet 16 season of Real Housewives of Atlanta that led to, some people say suspension, some people say exit, some people say fired, but nonetheless, as of now, she's not on the show, but also as of now, the show also is on a hiatus of sorts. They filmed the season, but there's delays and all this other nonsense. But it seems interesting. I feel like Kenya kind of did this maybe to, apologize and maybe rehab her image in hopes that the suspension or whatever can end and she can resume filming or resume whatever with the show. But nonetheless, here's my thing, right? She can say that she regrets doing this to her co-star, and she can say that she was sorry. Ultimately, she didn't have to take it that far. But she didn't get to that point initially, right? Initially, she is talking about how, some new people, sometimes new housewives, they try to make a name for themselves. They try to be clout chasers. They try to do X, Y, and Z. So basically, Kenya maybe had in her mind that she was going to do some form of HAZING on the new housewives to, to basically mark her territory. That you're not going to step on my toes. I'm the veteran here. You're not going to do anything to take any shine away from me, right? And then here's my issue though, right? Kenya also bragged about how multiple people involved have access to, the Revenge P, that they have several photos, and basically wants to claim that she could have utilized other photos, and she knew that because it was going to include some form of nudity, that Bravo was going to blur it out anyway, so she basically didn't see it as an issue. And I'm thinking to myself, is Kenya serious right now? And basically said, that during the taping that, there was screaming, there was escalation, there were mics torn off, and Kenya was receiving all types of obscenities at her, and that she was being threatened, and all of these things, and she felt basically she was concerned and she was scared. But nonetheless, here's my thing. Here's my thing, you guys. We're in a post-Me Too era. Anything that is along the lines of SCX and it has nothing to do with OnlyFans, there's going to be consequences, you guys. There is going to be consequences. And I don't understand in what world is Revenge P okay in any capacity. There are plenty of housewives who have had various pasts in their lives. I remember even on Real Housewives of New York, when Ramona Singer was calling out Bethany for being on some type of softcore PORN on what was it, Skinamax back in the day, and Bethany, I remember she sat on the couch and spread her legs and she was like, mention it all. And so it's for me, you don't have to go to the extent of trying to find explicit photos and explicit videos of your co-stars as a receipt. Can you make it make sense? And the part I also didn't like is when Kenya started crying. She wanted to make this about her daughter Brooklyn, but I don't understand the correlation between Revenge P and her daughter Brooklyn. That's the piece that is missing for me. That is the disconnect for me. I can understand from what you've gone through, Kenya, you have some mommy issues. You're probably overprotective of Brooklyn because you want to be the mother to her that you didn't have and all these things. But what does this have to do with Revenge P? Is what I want to know. That is where you lost me. Kenya, when were you ever a threat to not be on the show, right? Like, when were you a threat? Can you make it make sense? I just don't understand, why you feel that you have to go through these lengths just to go viral for something or just to, it was just bad enough when we had to go through the whole Bolo stuff and just all this. It was just exhausting. It really was. And I just don't understand, there was nothing else that you could have did to handle yourself against this cast member. But it's just, I don't know. So I don't know, like I said, if Kenya is now taking accountability because several months passed and, maybe conversations aren't what they need to be with Bravo, even though she maybe technically isn't fired, but is basically suspended indefinitely, which basically means there's not going to be any money coming in. So nonetheless, maybe this was like her attempt to try to bridge the gap with Bravo and maybe say, hey, I'm playing ball, I'm taking accountability, I'm taking responsibility, even though it took me several months, and now my suspension can end. But I don't know big picture, if it's too little too late, you guys, or what Kenya's end game here is. Because the other piece as well is this took away from her salon or spa, whatever, opening. And, depending on who you talk to, some people say that it's not in service, it's not even open. But nonetheless, all of that got completely, and Tamron basically told her, she was like, whatever that opening was, it got completely overshadowed by this Revenge P. That's all the people we're talking about. So, nonetheless, I do know Kenya has a children's book that has come out recently. But outside of that, what is there to gain right now by doing this? Is this, like I said, a part of a PR rehab package? Or are you genuinely sorry? Or are you sorry now because it's been some months and the checks aren't rolling in? Because it was even bad when your ex-husband that you have been in a 5-year divorce battle with was even making videos about this. And I was like, oh, no. He's trying to look for his check. Like, that's what it sounded like. But again, I feel I don't understand at this point, like I said, anything having to do with SEX in any capacity. I have no idea why people want to toe that line in this post-Me Too era. I have no idea why people want to do anything involving Revenge P in this climate. It is never okay. It is never appropriate. You think that you're dragging somebody, you think you're ruining somebody's reputation, you think you are downgrading them, but what does that make you that you took the time and the energy to quote-unquote research whatever explicit images and videos that you could find about somebody to drag them? And then thought it was okay to have it display for the masses. Just because quote, Bravo would blur it out, as if that was not going to be a turn off to people. You act like people want to see this type of stuff. That's the other thing. You act like everybody is out here, you know, wanting to see something nasty, wanting to see explicit images of people and all of that. No. No. But here's the thing, Kenya. Like, you didn't it was just giving desperation, as far as I'm concerned. If you're having to resort to links like this and going low like this to try to get a storyline, to try to get a viral moment, to try to get somebody dragged on on the cast, on the show, and it just wasn't necessary. You've been in reality TV too long at this point. You have seen many of your Real Housewives co-stars get fired, get suspended for less. And this was the big grand plan that you had to make your Sweet 16 season go off with a bang, except for it literally, you know, banged you off. You got put in timeout instead. So, nonetheless, but she has said that Andy has been supportive and has been calling Kenya and everything else, and feels that he has been, you know, support. And she wanted to make it a note to say that she is still under contract, and feels that maybe there's a chance that she could appear on the season 16 reunion. But yeah, I just think that, you know, Kenya, for all intents and purposes, all is well when, you know, she has a team of people to gang up on and drag and give reach to. But the moment that she's held accountable for something, or the moment that, you know, people feel that she's gone too far and it creates backlash and it creates all of these things, now all of a sudden, you know, it's everyone else's fault. Now all of a sudden, you're the victim. You were the one that was wronged. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, on what planet, even if you're Team Twirl, on what planet do you defend Revenge P, you guys? But like I said, you know, even if you did feel attacked, even if you did feel somebody was coming at you sideways, I just don't understand how we just get to Revenge P as retaliation of any capacity. And I don't understand why we're using your daughter Brooklyn as any type of justification that this took place. Just take ownership. Don't try to put blame on anything else. Don't try to, you know, diminish this by trying to make an excuse for it. Just say, I 100% own my actions. I 100% went too far. I 100% did too much, and keep it moving. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.